Hey, what's up guys? Dr. M3 here with a quick video today talking about this fact. All good things, unfortunately, must come to an end. And yeah, I'm sure you heard the news, but this car, which has been my daily driver for the last 5 years almost, and has actually been the longest daily driver I've owned in a very long time, the BMW i8. I already made multiple videos on why I think this is the best daily driver. I did a video on the cost of ownership. I've done a video on fuel economy and fuel costs on those, and I'll put those in the BMW i playlist for you to go check it out, including a couple of reaction videos in this car in New York City, which was kind of funny just as it came out. But I wanted to talk about this because April represents the last month that they'll be producing the BMW i8 in Germany. And, you know, I think in many ways this car is very much misunderstood. It was clearly well ahead of its time. And, you know, all credits due. I think this car is a legend. It has its quirks. The nice thing about it is going out on a bang. And what do I mean by that? It is this. It's a simple fact. There has never been another car, another regular car that's daily driven that is as uniquely designed as this. Now, the BMW i8 by no means, despite a lot of us wishing that it was going to be a supercar, is by no means a supercar. It doesn't produce enough power to be that. Although I'm going to tell you, the torque on this thing is absolutely insane. However, I would argue that the BMW is undoubtedly, the i8 is undoubtedly an exotic car. And we can argue about this. In fact, if you believe one way or the other, I want you to comment below and tell me what you think and why. But if you look at the butterfly doors, if you look at the design, if you look at the flying buttress, and everything about this car, it clearly is not your typical car. I mean, I've been at gas stations and I've had a guy come up to me after I got out of the car with the doors going up, and he's like, "Dude, I love your Lamborghini. That's so awesome. It's great Lamborghini." And I was like, "Well, actually, no, it's a BMW." He's like, "No, it isn't. Look at the doors." And I kind of had to shake my head, and seriously, this guy, I couldn't convince him. He walked all around the car and took pictures of every single panel, including the BMW Rondell, and walked away and said, "Enjoy your Lamborghini, buddy. It's awesome. I love your Lamborghini." Go figure. So here's the deal. The i8 was introduced in 2009 as the Efficient Dynamics, and that car, if you remember, was open side doors and all this sort of stuff. We knew that would never make it into production, but it was just like, what the hell is this? And it was a hybrid. And it went from there until about 2011, when we saw the true BMW i8 concept, which was closer to the actual i8, and of course that's what we ended up with, this car. About 2 years later, we saw the concept of the Spider, and I was all set on getting the Spider, except that when the Spider came out, it didn't have that much more power. It lost the useful back seat, which is kind of weird. It's small. I've actually had a video with 4 guys in the back seat in the car, and 2 in the back seat, tall guys too. In fact, you can see that video. That will be right up here in the links. But I'm telling you, this car is, for many ways, if you don't have a huge family or you've got a young family, this car is a great family car. And I actually have a video on that I'm going to be releasing shortly about why the i8 can actually make a great family car for a small and growing family. But as I said, unfortunately, the news is out. The end is near. Unfortunately, the i8 is ending its production run. So I remember when I first got this car, and I decided I was going to make it my year-round car, and I wanted to get winter tires for it because it was delivered in October of 2014, and it was just like, oh my god, they didn't even make a tire for this car readily available because it was a skinny tire, 20-inch, and it was just sort of a weird combination, a weird spec, so it was going to be a problem. And I talked to BMW North America, and they're like, we're even surprised because their executive literally had just asked for this. So we ended up sourcing one of the only winter tires available from this car from Germany, and that's how I drove it, and it's been my daily driver since. Frankly, I'm going to keep this car. It will stay a part of the collection because, frankly, I think this is a cool part of BMW history. It's informed a lot of what they're doing now in terms of electrification for the rest of their model line. So I actually think there is still nothing that looks like it. I get tons of looks in this thing because it looks just so different. It's like a spaceship. And of course, if you joined on any one of the the recent live stream that I actually did with my buddy Ignition Tube, you would have seen that I made an announcement on what the replacement of this car is. I say replacement because, as I said, I'm going to keep this. It's actually going to be the RS6 Avant. I think that car is going to be awesome. I would have my deposit in waiting on, timeline like everybody else is. But anyway, unfortunately, the i8 production coming to an end. All good things must come to an end. Tell me what you guys think. One, about the ending of the production of the i8. If you like the car original, you hated it. Number two, what about the replacement? Yes, the RS6 Avant is what I have on my list, but what would you replace the i8 with as your daily driver? And again, as I always say, keep motoring. And again, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And yes, we've got TikTok. There's some crazy stuff that I put on there sometimes, including some stupid dances that I do. There's only one, actually. But go check it out. Guys, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe. Be well. Peace.